Hello, welcome to our classes. I am Dr. K.K. Misra. In series of discussing emergency provisions given in the Constitution of India, today I will be talking about constitutional emergency. Now, the first one that may come into being, that is President's Rule. Article 355 imposes a duty on the center to ensure that the government of every state is carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. It is this duty, in the performance of which the center takes over the government of a state under Article 356 in case of failure of constitutional machinery in a state. This is popularly known as President's Rule. Now, grounds of imposition of President's Rule. The President's ruler can be proclaimed under Article 356 on two grounds. One, Article 356 empowers the President to issue a proclamation if he is satisfied that a situation has arisen in which the government of a state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Article 365 says that whenever a state fails to comply with or to give effect to any direction from the center, it will be lawful for the President to hold that a situation has arisen in which the government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Now, this requires actually, before President rule is imposed, parliamentary approval. So here I will be talking about parliamentary approval and duration of the President rule when imposed in any state. A proclamation imposing President's rule must be approved by both the Houses of Parliament within 2 months from the date of its issue. However, if the proclamation of President's rule is issued at a time when the Lok Sabha has been dissolved or the dissolution of the Lok Sabha takes place during the period of 2 months without approving the proclamation, then the proclamation survives until 30 days from the first sitting of the Lok Sabha after its reconstitution, provided that the Rajya Sabha approves it in the meantime. Now, we will talk about the consequences of the President's rule. The President acquires the following extraordinary powers when the President's rule is imposed in a state. He can take up the functions of the state government and powers vested in the governor or any other executive authority in the state. He can declare that the powers of the state legislature are to be exercised by the parliament. He can take all other necessary steps, including the suspension of the constitutional provisions relating to any body or authority in the state. Now, during this period, we will talk about scope of judicial review. The 38th Amendment Act of 1975 made the satisfaction of the President in invoking Article 356 final and conclusive, which would not be challenged in any court on any ground. But this provision was subsequently deleted by the 44th Amendment Act of 1978, implying that the satisfaction of the President is not beyond judicial review. So this is the point that one needs to note and keep this in mind. There are two, in fact, amendments have taken place. 38th Amendment of 1975, thereby the satisfaction of the President in invoking Article 356 is final, and the another one, whether this decision, President rule, can be reviewed under judicial law or does it come under scope of judicial review. So for this there is amendment 44th Amendment of 1978. Now, this was all about this video tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and you have liked it, Please do not forget to subscribe and press the bell button and pass it on to others, those who are needy now and in the future. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to you know press the bell button. Again, I am repeating. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.